Hello there and welcome. How's it going? This is Mark Castillo, aka the Digital Marketing Warrior. Welcome to the Ask and Be Inspired affiliate marketing live stream, designed to help you get unstuck, produce results, and achieve time freedom, even if you're brand new. I've let it be an excuse more than a reason. What do I mean by that? I'm talking about being broke. This might be you right now. You're probably all over the internet looking for answers, looking for ways that you could start building a business without having to invest any money into it or very little of it. And you might believe that if you don't have the necessary finances, the necessary startup capital to begin with, you feel like you've got no chance of building a successful business. I'm here to tell you otherwise. I remember when I got started with affiliate marketing back in the mid 2016, in the summer of it, I went below zero on my bank account just to get started. And though I took a huge risk in doing that, I went ahead and began my journey at that point in time. As I dived into further onto the training that was going on in the back office of the very first affiliate marketing business opportunity that I was a part of, I got discouraged when I saw that in order to position yourself, you had to be willing to invest more capital into it, which I didn't have at the time. And so the only thing I could do was continue on my training. And so I did. I did that for some time, for all of that year. And then once a whole year passed, after 2017 began, I felt like I couldn't do it anymore. So I took a hiatus. Then after I came back from my hiatus, I went ahead and started again. I ran into the same obstacle. Didn't have much money coming in. I ran a few paid advertising ads here and there, but I didn't really set a budget consistently. And I had the belief that if I didn't have a paid advertising budget, what was the point in doing anything else? So I went on for another 3 years. Then what ended up happening was going into 2022, I decided that I needed to take another break again to work more on my mindset because I just felt like there was something not quite right about it. So I took most of 2022 to work on my mindset. Then when I got back into business into 2023, it wasn't until the fall that I realized something. I realized the whole entire time I could have gotten further ahead in my journey if I just did what I could with what I had at the time. I kept letting not having enough money coming in be an excuse to not do all that I can. I was in learning mode. I was taking action here and there, putting up some videos, some posts, some content here and there, some emails, but I wasn't really understanding entirely what I was doing in my business. And that was because I didn't have confidence. I didn't feel like there was any point to doing any of those things if I didn't have the paid advertising budget in place. And that was my revelation when last year came about, because the thing was, all this time in the 7 years that I've been on this journey, I could have gotten a lot further ahead if I just simply doubled down on taking advantage of the free marketing strategies that I was doing at the time. And now in my business, now that I've been doubling down, committing to it, and giving my 110%, doing more than what is expected of me, now I'm actually starting to see the results. Now I'm starting to see the numbers climb. And I'm well on my way to achieving success with my free marketing strategies. Now, if you don't have that much money to begin with as an affiliate marketer, I want to let you know that it's not impossible. Just because you may not have the necessary startup capital to invest into your business, it doesn't mean that you can never achieve success. I see a lot of people hold on to the excuse of, I don't have money, I'm broke right now, there's nothing I can do. I see it as an excuse that people hold on to. And it really does more harm than it does good, because it gives you a reason to be lazy. It gives you a reason to not want to do all that you can. And that's why I'm telling you right now, don't let being broke be an excuse to not do what you can right now. Because there is something you can do right now. For instance, if you got started with an affiliate marketing business opportunity and you haven't really done much with it because you don't have any money coming in for paid advertising, well, I would take the time to go into that business opportunity, go to the courses, and learn the necessary marketing strategies. Just pick one to begin with and start implementing it. Because I'll give you an example. Let's say for Facebook, social media marketing, you can easily do that right now. It doesn't require you to invest anything into it. All you just simply need to do is just invest your time into going through the course and learning the necessary skills and advice that you would need with social media marketing, and take the time to take action on it. Now, you may not see immediate results with it. I'm just going to be fully transparent with you. You're not going to see immediate results with it, but it doesn't mean that it's never going to happen. What you want to do is focus on the activities. That's key. What activities are you going to focus on an everyday basis? Because there is something you can do right now, even though you may be broke. If you're signed up with a business opportunity, you could easily work on your mindset. If anything else, just do what you can in learning, and then start taking action on what you can do. Take the time to learn and master skill sets, because that is what's going to take to become successful in this business, are skill sets. It's not just throwing a bunch of money onto advertising and hoping for the best. It doesn't work that way. You need the skill sets, because that is what's going to keep you afloat. That's what's going to help sustain your business, even when companies come and go. And there has been a lot of them that have come and gone. But in spite of whatever goes on with whatever business opportunity, whatever company that you're promoting, you have the necessary skill sets under your belt so that in case a company does come and go, you can start over again. You won't be having to start from ground zero. You'll be starting from experience. Now, what I wish I would have told myself in the beginning when I got started, even though I didn't have hardly any money coming in, I should have told myself more to just focus on the daily activities in my business. Mindset was one of them, because that was my biggest challenge. So mindset was one of them, as well as taking the necessary action steps. Like, for instance, doing videos. There was a time I was doing videos on an everyday basis, but I wasn't really understanding what I was really doing as far as video structure and also who I was speaking to. So all of that overwhelmed me. And like I said before, confidence was also another challenge for me. I didn't feel like nobody would listen to me. And I felt like, what was the point in doing the videos if I'm not going to get that much engagement? And who's going to want to listen to someone in their 20s talk about marketing? So those were the challenges I was having. And you might be having those challenges right now. But don't let being broke be an excuse for why you cannot do all that you can with whatever you have. It's better to start off with something than to do nothing at all. Because doing nothing is an absolute guarantee that you're going to get no results with your business. So take action on what you can right now. It could be something as small as working on your mindset, doing exercises that are going to help reprogram your mind. And then once you get that going, then you can add on to it. You can start by putting up a targeted post on your social media on an everyday basis. You can easily do that. And then you just keep adding on and adding on. But don't overwhelm yourself feeling like you have to do everything all at once. Just do it one at a time. Just do it one at a time. And over the course of time, you're going to see those numbers increasing. You're going to start seeing engagement on your post, on your videos, your emails, and pretty soon you'll be leading up to those leads and sales. Success is not something that goes from 0 to 100 overnight. A lot of people still think that when they get started with affiliate marketing, they think that they're going to be making X amount of money in the next few weeks or the next 30 days, 60, 90 days. But the truth of the matter is, it doesn't work that way. You have to focus on building the necessary skill sets in order to be able to generate those high quality leads and those high back end sales. So even though you might not have much money to start with something. You can start doing something right now. It doesn't need to be always the story of, I don't have money, I'm broke, I cannot build my business. There is something you can do right now, because that is what I'm doing right now. And I can tell you from experience, it does work. I can't wait to see how my numbers are going to skyrocket from here as I'm staying consistent and doing my daily activities in my business. You can get started right now. Let go of feeling the need to focus on being broke. Focus on your success, what you do want, and do whatever you can with whatever you have to get that going. Okay, so what I'll go ahead and do right now is I'll go ahead and start answering questions. There have been some questions that came in prior to this live stream, and I'll go ahead and start answering them right now. Nina asks, how do you identify and understand your target audience to tailor your content marketing strategy effectively? Look at who your product or service is for. Whatever it is that you're selling in your business, whether it's a physical or digital product or a service, you got to look at that and think and ask yourself, who is it for? So for instance, let's say you're selling a service that involves writing emails for other people. So you're a copywriter. Who would your target audience be? Would it be people that are, I'll just think of this off the top of my head. Could it be those people that are into health and wellness? Or would you target affiliate marketers who need help with their emails? Now, there will be some people that are in the health and wellness niche that do email marketing, but your target audience is going to be more towards affiliate marketers who struggle writing their emails. So that's who you would tailor your content towards, is that audience. You got to look at what is that audience looking at on a daily basis. And that comes from doing market research. The most important thing is you look at who your product or service is for. That's how you're going to figure out who your target audience is. Because it's like this. If you're selling steak, are you going to be targeting vegetarians? Or are you going to be targeting those who are meat lovers? I'm sure you know the answer to that question, but that's an analogy for understanding target market, target audience. A lot of people seem to not understand this, but this is the best way to have it explained to you is look at who your product and service is for, then tailor your content according to what that target audience is looking for. Catherine asks, how do I achieve impressive sales numbers and boost the conversion rate? You got to test your funnels out. You got to test the capture page first and see if it gets a good opt-in rate. That opt-in rate number is vitally important in determining if you're going to get sales or not. Now, if that opt-in rate is above 40%, then it's a very good opt-in rate and you'll increase your chances of getting conversions. But it's not always the case, though, because I learned that from testing. I remember one paid ads that I ran with a solo ad vendor. It did very well on the on the opt-in rate, but I didn't really see any conversions. Now, that isn't to say the quality of the traffic is bad, but sometimes it just comes with testing. You won't know until you test it. But if you're going to go test it, make sure you pay attention to your opt-in rate. Now, if your opt-in rate is below 40%, or if it's below 30% even, then chances are there's something that either needs to be tweaked or you need to use a different capture page because that capture page is oversaturated. So I would recommend that in order to get those high conversions from your pages, you need to test your funnels. You need to test those capture pages. And you need to make sure that that opt-in rate is at least 40% or higher. Because if it's not, there's something that needs to be done. There's something that either needs to be tweaked or you need to do something else entirely. Lucy asks, what are some tips for creating engaging social media posts that attract attention and interaction from followers? The first thing that you want to do is make sure your posts are not too lengthy. The shorter your posts are, the better. Because what I've found from posting on social media is I'll find that the shorter posts that don't have a lot of text on it typically get the higher likes and engagement on it. Now, sometimes when it's a story-based post, those posts tend to actually get more likes and engagement. I've seen that from some of my posts that I've posted on my social media. But the shorter that you can make the post, the better, because everybody's attention span is getting shorter thanks to all that is going on social media with TikTok and YouTube Shorts. It's just dumbed down like people's attention span, and it is what it is. So what you got to do is you got to make sure that don't make all of your posts lengthy. Make it just about the right length where it grabs somebody's attention and curiosity to actually check it out. The second thing that you want to keep in mind is you want to make sure that for everyone that engages with your post, that takes the time to like and comment on them, make sure you actually respond to those that comment on your post and also go on their profile and show some interaction back to them. Because what I'll see people do is they'll put up a post, they'll get all these likes and engagement, these comments coming in, but a lot of them won't actually read the comments, won't take the time to like the comment, react to it, or even reply back to the comment altogether. And what you want to do to increase your chances of likes and engagement on your post is comment back on the people that leave comments on your post and then show that interaction back on their profile. And then the third thing that you want to do is you don't want to copy and paste other people's posts. You don't want to do that. I've seen people do that many times and they think that that's what's going to get the likes and engagement, but that's plagiarizing. And the last thing you want to do is be known as a plagiarizing marketer. So avoid copying and pasting posts word for word. You can get inspirational ideas from them, but don't necessarily copy and paste word for word and make it your own post, because that is plagiarizing. So avoid doing that. The fourth thing that you want to do is make sure that you're posting consistently. If you're not putting up posts on an everyday basis, that's part of the reason why you're not seeing those high number of likes and engagement, because you're not posting consistently. You're not posting on an everyday basis. Now, not every post you put up there is going to get engagement, is going to get likes. There are going to be some posts where there's only very little to no engagement. And there's going to be some posts that do very well and get a lot of engagement. But understand that when you're putting up content, when you're putting up posts, not every one of them is going to get high engagement. Now, the fifth thing that you want to keep in mind is you want to think outside the box. You want to have your own kinds of post, mix it up. You don't have to be putting up the same kinds of posts every single day or do what everybody else is doing. Think outside the box. Put up posts that you actually care about. Now, mind you, make sure your posts are targeted, but at the same time, don't be afraid to think outside the box and show a uniqueness to your post. And number 6, you want to take the time to be patient. Results are not going to happen overnight. Getting likes and engagement from any of your posts are not going to happen overnight. You're just going to be patient and be consistent over a period of time. Because I understand how discouraging it could be when you put some time and effort into creating a post, then it actually doesn't get the likes and engagement that you're hoping for. And what happens is likely you're going to get sad and discouraged. Then you're not going to want to put up any more content just because of that one that didn't do so well. Just because you don't see a post have a lot of likes or engagement on it, it doesn't mean that it's a bad post altogether. It doesn't necessarily mean that. You gotta be patient and be consistent over a period of time, and those numbers will climb up. So be sure to keep these social media tips in mind for when you're doing social media marketing. Lanster asks, what is the most effective method for increasing likes and engagement on a Facebook profile? Posting quality content consistently. I'll tell you why. This is the most important thing for when it comes to increasing your likes and engagement, is if you keep posting quality content on a consistent basis. But make sure that content is targeted. If it's not targeted, then chances are those likes and engagement are not going to be doing so well. For instance, if you're just sharing posts from other people's profiles, that's not going to get you much engagement. But if you're posting original quality content that's relevant to your target audience, those results may not be immediate, but if you're doing it over a consistent basis, what's going to happen is over a period of time, you're going to start to see those likes and engagement increase. So keep that in mind for your Facebook profile. Just focus on posting quality content that's relevant to your target audience. Okay. So if you have any more questions that you'd like me to cover, I'll be here for another moment. If there are no more questions, then I'll go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, I don't see any more questions coming in. I trust you got a ton of value out of this live stream. And if you did, I invite you to join me on the journey of achieving time freedom with affiliate marketing. Simply grab my free beginner's cheat sheet for affiliate marketing report by looking for the link below this video. And let me know how I can be of service to you on your journey to business success. If you're brand new and not sure how to get started, I'll be there to guide you every step of the way. With that said, this is Mark Castillo, aka the Digital Marketing Warrior. Thank you so much for joining me on this live stream episode. Have an amazing day wherever you may be, whatever time zone that you're watching this from, and I'll see you on the next one very soon. Take care and all the absolute best.